Okay, hey. No, but this is episode 13. Wait, one, two, three. Episode 13 of Sit Down with Nin'na. We got Dustin Daniels here with us. And just give us a quick introduction of yourself, who you are, just give us a quick bio.
Dustin Daniels from Siksika Nation. Currently employed with the Siksika Peace Officer Program. Nation member, Siksika member. Whatever else you want to know, let me know.
Let me know. Huh?
Yeah.
So, quick question, because I know you went through the police training, right?
Peace officer training.
Peace officer. Did you have to get pepper sprayed?
Yeah.
Was that
when I did mine, it was during COVID, so.
Oh really?
I didn't have to do it.
Oh really?
But we did all the training for it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Gee, you should just try it out just for jokes. No, no, just because I was wondering how it feels, because I know I've seen some people that they just start freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Have you ever? Walk me through what you do. You can stop people, right?
Yeah, we stop people, anything under the Traffic Safety Act.
Yeah.
Pretty much speeding is majority, and failing to stop at a stop sign.
Oh, really?
Right now, so.
Oh,
but if we do a roll and stop, we could still pull somebody over, right? So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, yeah. So, I know you guys are trying to not prove a point, but I know there's been lots of complaints about the 901 with people just zooming through there. Are you guys I notice you guys are on top of that too, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of are you guys allowed to stop? How do you stop semis actually?
Just like any other vehicle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we could pull over them for speeding, falling too close.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, because this was a few weeks ago actually on the 901, by M&R.
Yeah.
I was driving in, right? And so I was driving, and this semi was went into my lane, right?
Yeah.
And then I was and then I went over and I hit those tread marks.
Yeah.
And then he laughed at me. I was like, "So what the?" And then I was kind of mad, but I don't know. That happened a few times where semis kind of went into my lane. They're kind of driving crazy, but
yeah.
What was it like during COVID though?
Training wise?
Yeah, training wise.
Training wise, when I did my training in Lethbridge, 2020.
Yeah.
Training wise, everything was all in class. Same thing, mask and all.
Yeah.
Physical training, we had to do it on our own. They have a gym at their police station, so when we did training, when Alberta shut down all the gyms, our gym got shut down as well.
Jeez.
So we'll have to go do a run outside, whatever else training we had to do, right? Because one of our testing training was physical.
Yeah.
So we had to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
One of our biggest ones was run 2.25 kilometers in 12 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's pretty fast, not gonna lie. What was that? Sprinting? You're almost sprinting, huh?
Sprinting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
Throwing a dip and start going on.
No, I don't chew when I'm training, so.
Gee. No, but yeah, that's pretty cool. It's did you move out here or yeah? Oh yeah, that's right.
I moved out here.
No, because I remember you were you were commuting, right?
Yeah.
So that was right. How that must have been an hour drive every day from.
Oh, I wasn't living in Lethbridge. For training or just recently?
For training.
For training, the reserve paid for our housing in Lethbridge, so we slept at the Lethbridge College dorms.
Oh, really?
So
that's pretty cool.
Every class at 7:30 every morning till 6:30.
Yeah.
At night. So.
Gee. Okay, well, let's move on to a different subject. Okay, culture. let's move on to culture. That's one thing that I wanted to talk about. So, what are your thoughts on implementing culture in different parts of the departments? Like, do you think do you think it'd be cool to kind of I guess get some like security guards, and peace officers into like let's say one of the societies, like the
Yeah.
warrior societies that we have? Do you think
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool?
I think that'd be pretty cool. I know in the past before, we were thinking about just us during Sundance, right?
Yeah.
For us just to go down there.
Oh
to
yeah. Uh-huh.
Spend it a couple days or a day out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let everyone know that we're out there for the community, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Gee, yeah. So, just because that's pretty, it's pretty cool. Just because I know one of the societies, the Brave Dogs, they were almost like the police of the reserve, and it'd be pretty cool to see that implemented again, or like now that it's like we got modern police officers, it'd be cool if you guys were also spiritual police
Yeah.
officers.
Yeah, well, we'll be having our policing back within, I say, two years. So
Oh, really? Geez, so are you guys thinking of? Oh, that's the question that I was gonna ask. Are you guys thinking of going further with the peace officers? Are you wanting to go past like become essentially RCMP or have a policing program like?
yeah, so we'll begin our tribal police back.
Yeah, yeah,
Right now, we're getting last week we broke grounds down at the old Crowfoot School.
yeah.
That'll be our new little satellite campus office area.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So we'll be working out of there. Same as the probation's there too.
yeah.
Majority of us, as of right now, there's only 4 of us.
Mhm.
A couple of us want to go up to tribal police as well. So,
Oh, gee. Yeah.
and as of right now, what I'm hearing is that they're going to be sending some in the new year.
Oh, really?
They're hoping 10 new recruits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, then they already have a system with the Calgary Police Service. So training will be in Calgary.
That's pretty cool. So it'll be almost like Nin'na, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, where they have their own police force.
yeah.
It'd be kind of cool to see you're a sergeant, right?
Yeah, I just got promoted last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Sergeant
Yeah,
Daniels.
the first one of the peace officer. So
Gee, really?
yeah,
Jeez. Hey, sit down. It was just, hey, Dion.
yeah, yeah,
Good job.
yeah. Our rookie's my dad. So
But yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like I never thought that I would see some peace officers on the reserve. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's pretty cool. Are you like what are you guys not allowed to do? Like, are you guys allowed to investigate, or is it just strictly?
there's a lot of things we can't do, like
Yeah.
with criminal codes. We can't do that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we can investigate, but majority try to stay away from the criminal code book.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot on there that
Yeah.
I think we only have 3 we could use on the criminal code. That's it.
Oh, really?
We could charge people under. So,
Mm-hmm.
believe theft under 5,000, mischief under 5,000, and I forget the next one that we will never use.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, yeah. That's it's and I was just wondering, just because like with security, like because I work security, like there was a couple times where I had to deal with some certain individuals.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but I got mooned once, but like when dealing with those kind of situations, like let's say somebody tries to fight you or somebody like pulls a weapon on you, you guys are allowed to.
Well, it depends on what kind of weapon it is, right?
Oh,
like
really?
If it's a gun, like RCMP, right? Because we don't carry guns
Yeah.
or tasers, right?
Oh, gee.
All we carry is OC spray, batons, and
Oh, really?
handcuffs. So
Oh, gee. Yeah. So it's basically to your discretion.
yeah, so our discretion pretty much is out there peacemaking, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're out there for.
Gee, yeah. So yeah, but also too the one thing I also wanted to mention. Well, we already talked about culture. We talked about your peace officers. So the another thing that I did want to talk about too was I forgot it again. The one thing I wanted to talk about too. Was alcohol and drug abuse on the reserve? Are you starting to, now that you're kind of more involved in the stuff with the peace officers and stuff like that? Are you noticing more of that now?
As of now, not noticing it.
Yeah,
I just see what I see on when I'm on shift and all
yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
When I'm off shift, I just do my own thing, right? Like
Oh yeah.
hang with my family and all that, right?
Oh,
So
yeah. But yeah. So yeah, no, but no, yeah. I was just wondering, just because, like, for myself, I kind of like, well, probably just because I was always placed at the trailers, so they were pretty rank over
yeah,
there. Yeah, no, because at one time I got working security. I got this, like, on the radio. They were like, "Oh, something's going on over there," and then I had to, like, make a few calls, and I was like writing, and
yeah.
had to deal with a lot of drunks. I was like, holy smokes, there's a lot going on around the trailers. I mean, I'm not talking bad about them, but yeah, like, what do they call the trailers? They call them the ones on Crowfoot. Do they call it 8 Mile or?
I
But yeah, anyways, have you ever, since we're moving on subjects pretty fast, actually, that we're gonna have to break. Actually, we're approaching that mark. So yeah, we'll come back with segment 2. That was the first segment of Sit Down with Nin'na. So yeah, stay tuned, eh? Okay. This is Sit Down with Nin'na episode. We found out it's episode 14, segment 2. We have Dustin Daniels in the house. We got double D here, huh? Dustin Daniels. But yeah, we just finished. I forget what we were talking about, but anyways, kind of. What were we gonna say it again?
couple stories.
Maybe
like,
something about you getting picked.
How I got chosen to go down, right?
Yeah.
So,
how you got? Give us, like,
the details.
Yeah, give me the inside.
Okay. Yeah. No, back in 2020, I was attending University of Lethbridge with you.
Oh yeah.
And then COVID happened, so I started working security at the trailers where you were.
Yeah.
And then I made my way up to mobile.
Yeah.
And then from mobile, they had 4 people picked. 4 people they interviewed, they interviewed 6.
Yeah.
I believe. And out of 6, I believe 4 of us went.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to do our crim checks and all that background and everything. Then we only had less than a month to get ready to go to Lethbridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So chief and council paid for our dorms. And then we did a 12 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
Training out there. Hard training.
Yeah.
We had drills every morning at 7:30 to 8.
Oh, gee.
And then physical training from 4:30 to 6:30.
Yeah.
And those guys can run.
Gee.
Yeah.
Gee, track stars out there.
Track stars, yeah. I think one of them was those lifters, heavy lifters or something like that.
Yeah, or power lifters.
Power lifters, yeah. One of our instructors were one of those guys.
So that reminds me too of when I think it was, like, not last year, the year when I was still going to the university over there.
Yeah.
That just reminds me, because I started taking creatine, protein, and pre-workout. And now I quit it now, but, like, I was taking it for like a year, right? I'm just saying my experience with it, but so it felt good, right? I was starting. I gained like 20 pounds of muscle, right?
Yeah.
I was like 180, and then I was 205, and I was lifting, like, I was able to. It's not even that much, but I was benching like 180. I know some guys are like benching like 300, but I was benching that's a lot for me. But so what happened was I started taking it in September, and I kept taking it all the way to June, and then because I went down to Sundance, you gotta fast, right? So I started fasting. So I went from taking it every day, like, religiously for like a year, right?
Yeah.
To not taking it at all. So that included pre-workout, creatine, and protein. And that first day, I thought I was sick. Like I thought there was something wrong with me. And then I was just curled up in that bed, and I was like, oh, so. And then it felt like it lasted for like a few months. My muscles were like weak,
Yeah.
and then they kind of like what's the word? It was almost like I had the flu. Like you ever got COVID? Yeah. You know that feeling when you feel weak?
Yeah.
And then you kind of feel like you can't move or anything. That's exactly how I felt. I thought I had COVID, and I tested myself. I was negative. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I drank some coffee, and I got that feeling started to get worse. And I was like, is it from my, and I quit. And then it lasted for 2 months, and then it went away. So I kind of figured it was from all that. And it was, yeah, I stopped ever since. Now I still get that feeling a little bit, but it's practically gone. But after that, so I'm not gonna take
no more.
no more. I think I was going to that first time I took it. I tried that full pre-workout.
Yeah.
Has 350 milligrams of caffeine. What is that, like six coffees or something?
Yeah. About that.
Six coffees, and it's I drank it, and I was like, oh, and I was like real pumped, and I was like, why am I itchy? I was like, why am I itchy? So I started getting really itchy, and then I was like, I worked out, did my regular workout, and then I ended up like, I ended up working out for like an extra couple hours, and I was like, holy smokes, this rig stuff. But yeah, never again though. Yeah, but the other thing we could actually talk about was do you have ghost stories?
It's me, no, but I heard a lot of ghost stories from security.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I actually heard of one. It's kind of dumb now that I think about it, but we were working one night, and we heard that when I was security, I was what's the word? We heard like this scream.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured it was like some sort of like animal, because I was like, it's like it has to be some sort of animal. It was like almost like a high pitched scream, right? And
Yeah.
it was like, oh, something like that. And
Yeah.
going, or I was like, what is that? And then I remember, because we used to patrol because nothing was happening that night, we kind of were casually looking out for it. And the next thing I was like, and like everybody was freaking out, or the guy I was working with was kind of freaking out. I was like, oh, that's Bigfoot. That's Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a fox. And he was like, no, it can't be. It can't be, bro. I was like, it can't be, bro. I was like, And I kind of looked up. I looked up a fox scream, and apparently it was a fox mating call. He's like, what kind of animal makes that noise? I was like, no, but yeah. But yeah, you don't got any more ghost stories? Any ghost stories? Like at all?
No, not me, but just what I heard is one of the securities in Axe Flats driving it late at night in the summer. Headlights on, just him and his partner, I think, and they just seen something take one step across the road, go into the trees.
Really?
Stepped over the fence. So he was saying it was Bigfoot.
So really?
Yeah.
So that's pretty wicked, huh?
Yeah.
I heard some stories too of like they sound pretty made up when I look at them though. Not that one, but that I don't even know. That guy said that he found one in Axe Flats, and he was inside the box of his truck or something, and he was like driving up, and it was just chasing him or something like that. I was like,
Never heard of that one.
yeah, no, that kind of sounds made up though.
Yeah.
When I first heard it. Yeah, but yeah, there's like a lot of crazy. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you about that poltergeist though that I seen. A lot of people don't believe me when I talk about this, but this legit actually happened. So this was like way back, like in 07. 08, no, so 2011 I think, but you know where Shoaldice is, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little house over there, and one of the cousins, we were chilling, and so we went to that house, and it's like it was supposedly haunted and stuff, and we were chilling in there. So what happened was we were sitting in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
And we were just eating snacks. And so what happened was, like, when you look this way, right, and you look up, and you could literally see upstairs, and you could see those bedrooms, and then
Yeah.
we were chilling there for a second, and I heard, like, the door slam. You know, it door slams, and then the front door was open, right, and then my cousin said, right, he was like, no, it's probably the wind. So I went up there and I checked that room that was where that door slammed, and that window was open. So I was like, oh yeah, it's the wind. And
Yeah.
then next thing he was just like, so yeah, it's just the wind. So I went back downstairs and then we were chilling. Next thing I heard footsteps up there. I was like, toe. And then it slammed again.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh no, I left that front door open. There's probably still some sort of breeze. I was like, all right. Closed the front door, right? And I closed the front door. I made sure all the windows were closed. And we chilled for about 10 minutes, right? And then next thing we heard something else, right? We heard the cupboards in that room start slamming. And then I walked up and then we kind of looked at each other. I got a little freaked out and I went, right? I went there and then I opened the door, right? And when I looked, it looked like somebody just pulled out some clothes or something, right? And that was the third time, right?
Yeah.
And I looked and I was like, that was kind of weird. And I kind of went down and I told my cousin, I was like, hey, I think there's like an actual ghost. Is there an actual ghost here? He's like, no. It's just kept saying that. Then I went back downstairs and we just left it. And the next thing, you ever watch Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
And then that one scene where that ghost comes where that girl's in that basement, and then you hear those big doo, exactly like that. Just four of them, just doo, and then that door slammed, and then I freaked out, and then I went upstairs and I opened the door, and then literally the clothes were like I'm not even lying, they were like midair, and then they dropped, and I freaked out and I didn't know what to do. And I went downstairs and my cousin was finally like, "Okay, let's just go." And then we left. And then the freakiest part of that whole encounter was that we were walking that little road up the hill, and I looked back and all the lights in that house were flickering.
Oh.
I'm not even lying. Nobody ever believes me, but I'm honest. Being honest, that actually happened, and it was pretty scary to experience that. But yeah, I think that's all we have for this segment. So yeah, sorry I kind of took the whole segment, but
all good.
No, but yeah, that was Sit Down with Nin'na segment 2. So yeah, stay with us. Okay. We got Dustin Daniels here with peace officers. He's a peace officer. But yeah. He's also here to promote his the peace officer program, is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just let him promote that quickly. Oh yeah, this is segment 3. So I just jumped right in. But yeah, go ahead.
So we are hiring for our department. Training's 12 weeks in Lac La Biche. I think posting was posted on Monday.
Yeah.
We have just need your crim check, resume, and run the pair test. Pair test is $125 in Calgary.
Oh really?
Yeah. So you have 4 minutes and 45 seconds. It's like a little obstacle course you gotta beat. You gotta stay under 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah. I think my record was 4 minutes and 10. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Gee. I think I could beat that.
I think you can. No, we're hiring two more, so we're expanding. So I think in the new year too, we're gonna try to go for 4 more. I'm hoping.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
I just know that these next 2.
Yeah.
For now, then hopefully in the new year we get more.
Oh yeah.
So there'll be more of us.
Gee, you could actually start traditional dance now.
Oh.
Tell your story.
Oh yeah. Look at stories out there.
You'll get up and just.
Oh.
Resting someone.
Hands behind her back.
Patting someone down. Pulling out your cuff or your radar.
Yeah, my radar gun instead of the spear or a bow. Radar gun.
Gee, you'll have your uniform on and everything too.
Gee, yeah. It's like the guys down in USA, the military, they dance like that. Eh?
I seen that. That's actually pretty cool because I seen that one guy. He did the sneak up and he got right down on like he was actually telling a story, his war story. So he got down on his belly and he was like going like that. And I was like, oh, so it's an actual, like he's telling an actual story. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting too, seeing all the different aspects of different cultures too, like how they actually implement them.
Yeah.
Well, which is why I was saying it'd be pretty cool if you guys got like some like transferred rights.
Yeah. Well, soon here on the reserve, we have bylaw tickets for reserve.
Oh, really?
So we give out fines like animal control, right?
Oh, really?
Animal control is one of the big issues.
Yeah.
So we could I think the fines for that is like might be 1,000. I could be wrong. I'll have to go back through it again.
Yeah.
I know you're only allowed 3 or 2 dogs at your residence. If you have any more than that, then they either get taken away or you get ticket for it, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Gee, that's pretty. I didn't know that. That's kind of. I'll start reporting people.
Reporting people who have more than 5 dogs.
Hey, Dustin, huh? Are you at the office? Saturday night. Hey, this guy, he has 6 dogs, a couple of cats.
Yeah.
He's up in Muskrat.
We also do a trespass, right?
Oh, yeah.
On the reserve, like a lot is fishing.
Yeah.
And I think the minimum for that is 1,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now we know all our fishermen on the reserve are getting permits from lands, right?
Oh, geez.
So, and if they come on reserve fish, they need their permit with them, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to find them or anything.
That's pretty good because I also had to, when I was working security, I know that was kind of a problem.
Yeah.
There was even, I actually found out, I don't want to call anybody out or anything like I mean none of the, but like there I had to make a call, right? And then in one of my classes, I guess one of the like okay, I'll explain the story. So I was working security and I was on my way to my shift, right? And I seen like these 2 non-native people on the reserve and I was like, oh
yeah.
And like they were like, oh, you gotta call that in.
Yeah.
Like if you so I just called the guy over there and I was like oh yeah, I don't know if you guys want to check this out. There's a couple of non-nation members on the reserve. They're kind of hanging around BCHP, right? And then and they called it in apparently, and then they were watching them, and then I go to class. Won't say which class, but I seen I was like, and there were the 2 professors there. They were at the BCHP, and I was like looking, and then because it was like a virtual field trip, and it was like, like, oh yeah, no, I think I can't remember what they said, but they were they said something or something like somebody was watching them or something. Yeah, and I was like,
you,
it was just me. Yeah, I was like, gee, I just called them in. I was like, hold on. I was like, I thought I recognized them, and get in trouble or anything.
Yeah.
No, but continuing the subject. That's pretty cool. Like for myself, well, I thought about becoming a police officer, but I was like, no, I don't think I'm a little too on the gentle side. God's child. Jokes. No, I don't think I could see myself arresting someone.
I never arrested anyone yet, so.
Oh, really?
Gave out tickets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just traffic tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Our big concern is 901, but we have like 4 main highways on the reserve.
Yeah.
There's 901, 547, 842 down in Clooney.
Yeah.
Plus the Crowfoot Fair is provincial.
Oh, really?
So anyone driving through there, right,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can still pull them over there, even though it's a back road.
yeah, yeah,
Even the back road going to Clooney,
yeah.
901 extension.
Oh, that's an extension.
Yeah,
So you could still get stopped.
yeah, you can still get stopped for speeding on there.
Oh, really? What's this? It's 80, right?
80 through there.
Gee,
But
yeah.
no one ever speeds through there. All the washboards. So
Oh, yeah. I remember. I remember I used to speed through there before I found out you're a police officer. No, but yeah, I remember I used to go through there pretty fast, and then I remember that one day I was like,
yeah,
oh, so actually that reminds me of that.
yeah. That time when I seen you speeding.
So I wasn't speeding. No, but you remember that before they repaired that little by the tracks? Remember?
Yeah,
Do you ever go over that bump before they repaired it? Remember?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even lying. I jumped the tracks.
Well, not a lot of people know it's a 55 zone there.
Oh, really? Really?
It is.
I don't-
If you look at the speed sign going before after the was it the train track lights?
Yeah.
It says 55 through there.
I didn't know that. Oh, so you could get stopped if you're going 50.
You could get stopped. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for that. I wasn't speeding, by the way, through there.
Oh. I thought you were gonna talk about that time when you were coming up from Chicago when I was parked there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I wasn't speeding. Allegedly. No, I mean, no, I wasn't speeding.
But yeah, no, the tracks it says 55.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Not a lot of people know it.
Yeah. Gee. No, but yeah, like, I should. This was like in. When was that? When they repaired that thing? I think 2017.
I think so.
Yeah, but I was driving through there, and then I was like, so I was just. I came from McDonald's, and I was still like, I took the cap for some odd reason, like coincidentally, I took the cap off of my McDonald's.
Yeah.
And it was a large iced tea, and I was just going like this. Like I was going like this. So then my head hit the roof. I went, and my drink went all over my face, and I had to like stop because I had to look underneath my car because I got really my SUV.
Yeah.
I remember my purple SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got real scared because I was like, oh, I must have messed up my car really wicked. And then I heard like this because I heard something. It sounded really expensive, but it was like a and then like I caught some air and I jumped the tracks and I stopped and then I like pulled over and I had to look under. There's nothing. I know I had to repair the plastic under there, but told I was right. There was a few times where I forgot about it and I just jumped the tracks.
Yeah.
I wonder. Wild time, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it's a 55 zone there now. I think
Yeah.
that's why they probably put it 55.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Huh?
And then the whole 80 zone, right?
Yeah.
If you go on GPS on your phone or if your vehicle has GPS, it says 100, right? Because they still never switched it on there. So I think that's where we get all of our speeders from, right?
Oh, really?
Truck drivers and whoever vehicles, right?
Oh, I wonder that's why. Because even when I'm driving, like today, like I'll be going 80, and the next thing people are like, just like going past me, and I'm like, so really?
Yeah.
I wonder if they just don't know if it's a.
Yeah, because some people use their phone's GPS, right?
Yeah.
And then it just shows 100 on the road.
Yeah.
But it shows the 70. Then once they come down the hill, it says 100.
Yeah.
So
Gee, huh? No, I'll say it next segment. But yeah, that was that's all for this segment. That was sit down with Nin'na segment 3. So yeah, we'll continue on in a couple more minutes after the short break. So yeah. Okay. Hey. Hi. Hey. No, yeah. It's this is sit down with Nin'na episode. Episode 14, segment 4. Yeah, we just finished talking a little bit about that speeding zone I didn't know about. That I have been going through 55 through there, just to let you know. But yeah, that story that I was going to talk about, that what were we talking about before the segment finished? And then I was like, there's a story that I wanted to talk about. Let's just move on. Just because I want to always gear it back to I always want to gear the subjects back to Siksika, right? And I want to have like a, little bit of everything. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
uh, different episodes. We had Frank. He talked about his view on the reserve, and then we had other people. They talked about their own views and what like JD. We talked about the drugs and stuff, and maybe if you could give us a little bit of your own story and your struggle or the obstacles you had to overcome to get here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could go a little bit over that.
Yeah. So how I got here was just 2016. I went back to school. Right. I took 5 years off from school, just working.
Yeah.
Uh, that was pretty tough to get back into school, but I did, and I was going to the storefront school here. I applied for university and got into the was it it's changed now, transition program there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did that for a year, then got into my program. I was going into kinesiology. Uh, lived there in my first year. Then the next 2 or 3 years, I was commuting back and forth.
Mhm.
So every time I tried to find a house down there, it's tough.
Yeah.
Nobody. I'll get the house viewing, but then they'll tell me after, oh, somebody already put the rent damage deposit down.
Yeah.
All right. So I just commuted back like 6 semesters, back and forth from Siksika
Holy.
to Lethbridge, and then got this job, whatnot. Lived in Lethbridge again for 12 weeks. Come home. With the 4 of us, I went, only 3 of us graduate then.
Yeah.
And then just being, home and knowing I'm a peace officer, I decided to move off the reserve. So I moved to Calgary.
Yeah.
Then in there, traveling back and forth.
Yeah.
And then there was the 3 of us. One quit. Back then we didn't have anything at all, right? We didn't have no vehicles, no uniforms yet, right? So me and my one partner, it started off, we started getting everything going. Then found out she had to leave for a bit, work for a while. So it was just at the point where it was just me for like almost a year, right? And then promoting our security, then hired, like I think everyone's hired, right? Like interviewed and all that.
Yeah.
And I have 3 new guys now.
Yeah.
With me. Just and then when I lived in Calgary, like I only signed for I think a year and a half there, almost 2 years. Then I moved to Morley, where my wife's from.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of commutes back and forth, right? Because I was coming from Morley every day.
Yeah. Holy
So
smokes.
really struggling with gas, like paying like $300 on one vehicle for 1 week,
Yeah. Yeah.
and paying like $500 every week for both vehicles just to come to Siksika.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's dedication, right?
Yeah.
Dedication to the job. Just yeah.
Yeah. Like the other thing too, like the reason why I was asking too, like also to ask you, because for myself mentally it was pretty hard. Like I know it's got to be hard sometimes, like graduating from the policing program or the peace officer program, and like just for myself experiencing like what I experienced in the past. Like I won't go too much into it, but like at times it felt like I wanted to give up. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to just throw in the towel. Sometimes I was like up until like 4. Like, did you ever go through those kind of things where you felt like giving up, or?
There's sometimes I felt like giving up. Like, for instance, living in Morley, right?
Yeah.
I come to work 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Won't be home till 7. So I'm away from my family for almost 14 hours a day.
Holy.
And then when I was going back and forth to Lethbridge, same thing. My first class was like 9 o'clock, so I'd leave here 7 o'clock. Just being away from my family was pretty much just was a struggle for me, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like giving up and all that, but and COVID came around, so spent more time with my family,
Oh yeah.
and then didn't go anywhere at all, right?
Yeah.
Besides work,
Yeah.
and then that's one of the biggest thing was just being away from my two kids and my wife. So
Yeah, it's definitely that kind of stuff is hard, just because for myself experiencing like going through school and that I remember that one time I was just done ski, just I was just done ski, like not even like I was just like I can't remember. I think I got it. I just found out that I didn't do well on my test. I didn't do really, and I was sitting at home and I was like, oh, like literally by myself, and I should just quit. And I was just like, and I just kind of thought about it, and it was just because it kind of felt like I failed, or like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
going through those moments, like
Yeah.
there's those moments where you just kind of like, you turn on Lil Wayne.
Yeah, no, I know how you feel. Like
Yeah.
I moved back to the reserve now, right? Like
Yeah.
I worked hard to push for myself to get a house on the reserve, and I finally got a house on the reserve.
Oh, gee,
So-
yeah. Gee, I know. It's pretty hard to get a house on the reserve.
It is.
Yeah. Gee. I was actually. I'm looking to get my own house eventually too. Like I want to get a house off reserve because, well, not off reserve. I want to get one on reserve, but then I want to get one off reserve because, like, it would be cool to have like I have like this. I want like a 3-story house with like a
Yeah.
whole apartment suite on each floor. Oh, well, yeah, like on each floor. Just,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, yeah, but anyways, yeah, the struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
Yeah. That just the last thing too, like that time I was, I was pretty struggling pretty hard. I was like, I think it was like it was during school. It was like my last couple bucks.
Yeah.
Like where I was.
I know. I think I know where you spent your last couple bucks down there.
It was on chips. No, but yeah, I was in school and I was just. I think it was one of my teachers. Yeah, that's one thing I'll say about the university though is that University of Lethbridge that it was actually the professors there are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I remember I showed up and my professor noticed I was a little bit off, and he was like, "Are you okay, Tom?" And I told my tests were really hard, because they weren't written tests.
Yeah.
They were like I had to go in and I had to like sing
Oh
in
yeah.
front of the class. So if I got a note wrong, my teacher would be like, "Oh, that's 2 marks off your final
Yeah.
score." Yeah. So it's like, so I had to that day I had to sing and then I had to play piano, and he noticed I was off a bit, and then he was like, do you need to take this test like another day?" I was like, I don't know. I was like, this time, I'll be honest. I don't know if I'll do good, to be honest. And he was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "No, I'll just do it." And he was like, just he said, "I'll take this other student first, and then you coming after them, just kind of gather your thoughts." I was like, "All right." So yeah, he gave me like that. He kind of gave me emotional support because he knew I was like going through some hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I really appreciate the professors that I had at the University of Lethbridge. But yeah, we got 2 minutes left. Maybe before we break off for this last segment or this whole episode, maybe just give a little bit of like I guess words of wisdom,
First of wisdom, man.
for
all the youth, eh?
Yeah, well, we have to,
Yeah.
for the youth, like just like
For the people.
yeah, for the people.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, what are your words of encouragement to some of the youth on the reserve or people going through a hard time?
Just don't give up all of your dreams, right?
Yeah.
Like me, third generation in law enforcement right now. So knowing that if I can do it, anyone can do it, right? My brother was the first one in our family to graduate university.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep going. Be positive.
Yeah.
Just keep being you.
Yeah. All right, and that was Dustin Daniels from Siksika Nation, Peace Officer Sergeant Daniels. Yeah, it was a pleasure having you, and thanks for coming in. So, yeah, that was Sit Down with Nin'na, episode 14, and thank you for joining us. And, yeah,
Again.
again.